previous query showed all the different order details or order line items. They show the discount for the line item and the total for the line item. So that's the unit price times quantity times 1 minus discount. Say we instead want to find out for each order, what is the sum of all these? So what's the order total? So what's the total amount of all the line items for each order? And also say we want to find out what the average discount for the different line items are. So here for order ID 10,248, we have 3 line items. So we would want to sum up these 3 rows and we would want to average these 3 rows. For order 10,249, we have 2 rows. So we would want to sum these and average these. For 10,250, we would want to average these 3 rows. So we would expect discount to be 0.10 and we would want to sum up all these values. When we want to combine different rows together, we use something called a group by. So I'm going to say group by, and then I'm going to be grouping by order ID. This is saying that for all values in order ID that are the same, put those together into one row. So I'm grouping these 3 rows together, I'm grouping these 2 rows together, and so on. And then what should I do with these other columns? Well, I want to average discount, and that function is called AVG, and there's also an aggregate function called sum. And there's also other aggregate functions like standard deviation, and that's stdev. There's also min and max. And depending on the flavor of SQL you're using, there could be some other ones. For example, like last and first, which would take the first and last record in each group. That doesn't exist in SQLite, but if you don't include an aggregate function at all, so if we leave order ID without an aggregate function, what we end up doing is we take the last value in the group for that column. If we group these 3 rows together, I'm going to end up taking this value for order ID for the first group, take this value for order ID for the second group. Of course, these values are all the same, so thus doesn't matter, that's fine, I can do that. I could also say average, or I could do min or max, that would still return the same thing. But here I'm okay with just leaving it as is. Also wanted to name these columns some different things. So for example, I wanted to name the average discount. So I'm going to say as average discount. And I'm going to change the line item total, because now this line item total is talking about each row, and now I'm having sum of all those line items. So I'm going to call this sum of. I could have also called this order total. And then if we go ahead and run this now, notice now that I get 1 row for each order, and I'm getting average of discounts, and I'm getting the sum of those line items.